Good morning. Good morning, everybody. We're so glad to have everybody here in person and live with us with Citizen Media. We appreciate everybody here for this occasion. My name's Jessie Parker. I'm with the Chamber here in Giles County, located in Pulaski, and really excited to talk about this marker that we're here for, but I don't want to get into the details because we have some special folks on site with us today that are going to talk about this. I'm going to turn it over to Mayor Ford for just a minute to introduce this project and say a few words.
Thank you, Jessie. Do I really need the microphone? Probably that far away I need the microphone, don't I? That's right. First of all, thank you all so much for coming out today. I want to welcome everybody here. I know that our advisory committee that has been put together and been doing a lot of work, and this project is a little separate from that group, but yet it goes hand in hand, in my opinion. It's all part of the same idea of recognizing those that haven't been recognized, and this is just another way that I think that we can do that, can look back on our history and keep that into the future. And so I'm very proud of the work that we as a community have done. And this is as it was pointed out to me this morning, this is the first marker that we're placing in Heritage Plaza since we designated this as our location for Heritage Plaza. So very proud of the work that's being done. I'm gonna stop right there and not steal thunder from others that want to talk about the project and different things. But I just wanted to say how proud I am of our community coming together and working on this project, because it is super important, not only for recognizing our past, but well into our future. So thank you all so much for being here.
Thank you, Pat. All right, so just to dive into a little bit more information about the project from the state of Tennessee, from Department of Tourist Development, and talking about the special project that is Civil War Trails, we have Rob Sherrill. So welcome to town, Rob. Glad to have you, and I'll turn the mic over to you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Welcome everybody, mayors, council members, community. It is exciting to me. I've been working on this program for about 10 years, and I've been involved in a lot of markers. I've actually dug and put in a lot of markers. This one is special to me. We're telling stories that need to be told, and this is exciting. And I don't know, the planning committee, a lot of people need to get a lot of credit, because this is a perfect setup story. It tells a historically marginalized story. You can stop on the way into town and get gas, you can eat, and you can spend your money, and then you can roll on out of town. But you know what that money does is that's tax dollars that go into your schools, your health care, other places. And that's what this is. This is one of the largest outdoor classrooms in the world. There's over 300 of these markers in Tennessee. And we want to tell more stories like this in partnerships with Jessie, Kelly, the city, the county. It's a perfect example of a partnership with the state, local, city, and organizations. And I just want to thank everybody for being here. And this is exciting to me. Like I said, I've worked on a lot of these stories, and this is one of the most exciting ones I've worked on in 20 years of state government. So thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rob. Well, and now to get to the real doers. These are the people that are blessings to our community. When Kelly comes to me and says, I have an idea, and I say, what's it gonna cost? And sure, yes, because you're the smart one, I can just talk to people and tell people about it. So things like this don't happen with people like Kelly and the team of folks that have helped. So I'm gonna turn it over to Kelly to educate all of us and continue the work that you've done. But I appreciate you. Before you get started, I just want to say thank you for this and all the work that you've done with this, and look forward to hearing from you.
Thanks. Thank you, everyone who's here today. This has been many years in the making, and I'm also grateful that Civil War Trails has stuck with us through this process, because this has been, you know, stop and start through COVID, through all of it, and here we are with the sign. And I know Civil War Trails as a national organization is also really excited to continue working with our community to find more ways to add to the stories we tell about our history of the Civil War. So I also owe thanks to the Chamber, who's been a partner with us from the beginning. And we've had many donors who have made this possible. Individual donors, and also the Tennessee Civil War Preservation Association, Giles County Historical Society, the Eli Lilly Foundation, and Eli Lilly II, whose great-great-grandfather, Colonel Eli Lilly, served at Fort Lilly, and Fort Lilly was named for him, just behind us on Fort Hill, and he commanded troops from Indiana here. And Eli Lilly II really wanted to be here with us today but couldn't make it. And I also owe thanks to Cochran Pruitt, who's been a partner historian with me on this project, and David Meager, who's not here with us today, but he contributed a lot to the sign, or the map that you'll see pictured on the sign. I also have to give a thank you to Miss Vivian Sims, because we all know that the story of the U.S. colored troops in Giles County wouldn't be out in the world without her help. And she's been working tirelessly on this for decades. And this is just one step in telling that story. And I hope everyone and more will come back next year to celebrate the statue commemorating U.S. colored troops, which Miss Sims has sponsored and will be unveiled just over here next year. So one of the reasons that I think this is so important and interesting as an addition to our community's history and the stories we tell about ourselves, both in the Civil War and since, in the 157 years since, is because this is commemorating the service of U.S. Army soldiers, veterans, served the same Army who we celebrated a week ago, right? The United States Army. We had men came from across the country and served here with United States Army units to bring Tennessee back into the United States during the Civil War. Soldiers from Indiana, like Colonel Lilly's troops. But also, importantly, the soldiers who served at Fort Hill and across Giles County were from here. Giles County men, folks who had literally walked away from slavery to join the United States Army and to bring Tennessee back into the United States. Some of them joined the Army just down the road at the Wilkinson Martin Sims house, where the U.S. officers had their headquarters. And their service here is a big part of what made Giles County what it is today. Folks putting their lives on the line for the United States and the United States Army. So today, this is just one step in a process that many of us are excited for in adding to our community's history. There's so many more stories to tell. And I hope you'll all be there for that along the way as well. But I'm here today to make sure that the folks, the men who served here in Giles County, who served the United States here in Giles County during the Civil War, that their efforts are not forgotten. And this is one step in making sure that we incorporate them into how we think about ourselves in the Civil War and how we think about ourselves now. So I'll stop there because we won't do a full history lesson, but you can look forward to more opportunities to learn about this history as we find more places to tell it. And thank you all for being here. And I think we're ready to reveal the sign.
All right, just a second. Let's make sure our camera folks are all ready. All right. Yeah, everybody, when we do it, so we can have a good picture, why don't y'all come file in behind us to the picture? Yes, Cochran, John, y'all come on. All right, one smile for the camera, and then we're gonna do the thing. All right. Okay, Kelly, Janice. Wow. That's wonderful. Wonderful. So as folks are coming up to look at this, if you haven't seen it, come take a look. But I would like to share going forward where we go from here. This is our first, but it's not our last project for this park and with tourism. We're not done telling our story. We have 4 or 5 articles. 5. We have 5 articles that we're doing that we partnered with. Just a moment, we have a truck. We partnered with South Central Tourism and the state and our local tourism that we're going to be doing to tell these stories. They're all dedicated to the where our background, where we came from. And I think for our community, even more than any other community, this is important because this is who we are. This is our chance to tell our story and not let the rest of the world tell us who we are, because I think we know who we are. And so we've got some great stories by some great writers that are going to be great leading up to February as we go into Black History Month and on to our other monument dedication when we get to that. So stay tuned for those, look for those, and we're just excited about this, and thank you all for being here. We appreciate it. I didn't push any buttons.
Over the past year, property values across the country have risen more than 10%. Giles County is growing, and you need an established and trusted real estate partner to make sure you get the best price possible for your property. First Realty Group is that partner, celebrating their 26th year here in 2022 and looking forward to helping you make the big decisions that will affect you and your family for years to come. Visit frg1.com. Let them show you why First Realty Group is first for a reason.
Are you ready for your next challenge? I'm Ryan Cox with Giles County Fire Rescue. 7 stations in Giles County have fired up the call for volunteers to join forces for fire protection and emergency rescue response. No matter where you are in Giles County, there's a place to serve near you. Giles County Fire Rescue is always looking for bright and enthusiastic people to volunteer. Our members come from all walks of life. Serve and protect your family, your friends, your neighbors by volunteering with Giles County Fire Rescue. To volunteer or donate, visit our website at gilescountyfirerescue.org.
Hi, I'm Hagen Haney, and I wanted to tell you about Haney Realty and Property Management. It's my dad's business, but he has a lot of really nice and smart people who work with him. When people want to sell or buy a house or some land, they call my dad and his friends at Haney Realty and Property Management. It must be a lot of fun because every time I see them, they're smiling. Haney Realty and Property Management is your best friend in real estate. Give them a call at 347-9150.
If you're looking to spread the word, look no further than Holly's Printing, where Giles Countyans have been printing for more than 60 years. Signs, banners, wall graphics, auto graphics, window clings, and more. Holly's Printing will help you get the word out in style with custom services and installation. Choose the materials that best fit your needs, choose the design that matches your message, and choose the size that gets your message the most attention. Let Holly's Printing make you look good in print. Call 931-363-3161.
M&M Staffing LLC is Giles County's locally owned staffing agency. Owner John Braden Harper, Cree Holt, and Mercedes Houston are from Giles County. They know Giles County and they care about this community. M&M Staffing supports local schools, athletes, organizations, and causes. When you're looking for your next career or looking to fill a position, look no further than your locally owned business, M&M Staffing. Find us on Facebook, 450 Bennett Drive, or fill out an application online at mnmstaffing.net.
First Realty Group is first in community and school support. They love Giles County. They love Giles County students, and they love Giles County's athletes. For First Realty Group, connecting buyers and sellers goes hand in hand with supporting their neighbors, schools, teachers, local businesses, and organizations. First Realty Group also loves putting sold signs on their clients' properties. Let their friendly and knowledgeable agents help you get your own sold sign. Call 363-2644 and visit them at frg1.com.